it's another K-Town beat.
YouTube. It's your boy, Mr. Outliner. I'm back, and today you see what I'm working with. I don't know. I always get the most difficult hairlines to deal with. You see, this lineup is going back to his ear. It's going by his ear, behind his ear, man. Who lined that up? I'm trying to my boy. What was the boy thinking when he did this, man? So I'm gonna try to fix it. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Look at the front hairline. You see what I got to deal with. People come to me because they feel like I can alleviate a problem for them. Cool. I can in certain situations. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I decided to do a drop fade on him, right? He wanted to drop fade. So first thing we want to do is start our guideline, right? When we want to work that all the way around the head, we want to try to keep the line low, right? We want to keep it low. Now, once we're done with that, we want to take our one guard on the Stylecraft. Now, this is the only guard that we're going to use for this haircut. We don't need a half guard. We don't need none of that other stuff, right? 1.5, none of that. We're just going to use this one guard. We're going to close our level halfway here because I just want to see how the hair reacts to that level, right? And once we understand, okay, this level will work, we use it. It might not work on the same way on somebody. When you're using it, you might have to adjust. You might have to open it. You might have to close it more, whatever you have to do. But it's cool to just kind of decide where you want to start and go from there. Now, once we get it to that spot, everything down to the desired length, what we want to do is take that same one guard, right, that we got, and we can start fading into the beard, knocking the beard down. So I took the one guard and I kind of closed it. Either I did it halfway and then I decided that it should be a little bit lower. So maybe I ended up closing it. But this is all to preference. You don't have to do it, the exact levels I'm telling you, but these are the levels I'm using. Right, so everything else is at your own discretion. Me, I went halfway. I opened it a little bit, and because I'm going up kind of high on it, I wanted the lever to be open. It got to be open because if you close it, then it might be too close, and you might bring the fade up too high. You want to get the transition you want to get. So that's the reason why I do open. Another thing, when I say open to close, I mean gradually close, not open and then go straight to close. I had to realize because somebody inboxed me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It's the same thing, Mr. Outliner. He inboxed me. He had a question. He was like, when you say open to close, like, is it really open to close? And I didn't realize that me saying open to close is confusing. So when I say open to close, I mean gradually close, right? You start with it all the way open, you close it a little bit, work that, close it a little bit more, work that until eventually it's all, the lever is all the way down. It's all the way closed. So that's what I mean when I say open to close, right? That's what I mean. So anyway, back to the haircut. Now, again, the open to close, but we want to try to work that bottom line out. We don't want to bring the fade too high. We want to fade like right within a half an inch area. You know, from the bottom of the line up, like half an inch, right? So that's your main focus area. That's where you're gonna get the blend in there. So you go over it a few times until you got it down to where you don't need the one guard anymore. Because after we done with this one guard, the next thing we're gonna use is no guard, right? And so all we should have left after we done using this one guard is the bottom line to really remove. The fade should already kind of be sitting perfect. Now, if you see dark spots or spots with bulk right there where I'm pointing at, I can take that same one guard and work the corner of the blade to get it out, but I'll come back to it later. Now I'm using no guard. I got it open. I got it halfway open because I decided that I don't need to have it all the way open. But when I started doing it, I realized like, man, I should have just started with it open. Now I can adjust. I can make mid adjustments. But for you, if you're not used to this, doing it like this, you want to start with open every time and gradually work your way down, right? So, as barbers, we mess up too. Just good barbers are able to fix it mid-stride, right? They know how to go around it. And that's what I did right there. You probably ain't even noticed, right? But anyway, to remove that bottom line, I just want to work it out. I want to use the corner of the blade. These are repeated things that you do in order to achieve a good haircut, a good fade, a good blend, right? So you see that little spot right there? If I can't get to it good, I have to stretch the skin in order to get to it, right? So, but my technique is the same. I'm still using the corner of the blade no matter what. And you can see that line is going away and everything is starting to blend in, right? Everything else from here is just me detailing, me picking and choosing what spots I don't like, whatever I think is dark, whatever, it has too much bulk, whatever I need to do, to customize it to where it says I cut his hair, right? The thing, how you keep a client is, one, give them a haircut that they can't get from nobody else, right? When that person walk in a room, in a barbershop, your barbershop, wherever you work at or whatever's going on, they can look at the client and be like, oh, that's such and such people. Oh, that's such and such people. Because he has a different style than the other person. But you can tell by the style, the type of haircut, who it belongs to just about, right? The other thing, I'm going to drop some jewels on y'all today. The other thing, you want to specialize in something. You want to be able to fix a problem for people, right? So I decided to do hairlines. I'm going to always have clients because they feel like I can fix their hairline, which I can in most cases. But they're going to come to me for that because I'm recognized for that and I'm known for giving a crispy lineup. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, right? So follow me on Instagram and you'll see the lineups I put out daily, even without enhancements, right? But back to the haircut, we just want to work. You see how diligently I'm working. I intentionally didn't speed it up on this side. I wanted you to see exactly my steps, my process, what I'm doing, how long it actually took me to get to this. Now, this is like a good 4 minutes, 5 minutes on this side. The haircut in total really only take me probably like 25 minutes if I wasn't recording to show you, right? But also another thing is when you're using the clipper, make sure you use it all the way. So on the beard, I decided to come on this side and go ahead and fade the tip of the beard out since we was already on this side and we didn't have the guard on there. So we can go ahead and do everything. So on this side, I'm going to speed it up, but watch, I do the exact same thing on this side what I did on the other side. Then once we get to the back, we do the exact same thing. We just fade out wherever the bulk is. We just want to fade that out and fade out the bottom line. Now, after that, we want to prep the front, right? We're going to prep the front. We want to knock the hairline down. We want to make it as smooth as possible, right? Now, again, like I was telling you, this is a difficult hairline. It's not going to be perfect the way I do it, but I'm going to fix it to the best of my ability. If you look to the right side where I had a clipper at, it's no hair on those corners, on those edges. On the left side, same thing. I would have to get him like an Eddie Munster or something like that, or it would have to be very like oval shape from the bottom, right? I don't really want to make his hairline like that, but I want to use my Mr. Outliner Detailing Mist to assist me so I can get a crispy lineup. And like what I showed you on this side right here in the beginning, on this the left side of the screen, you see his hairline, whoever the barber was, cut it going back towards his ear, which makes it difficult for me already. So the first thing I want to do with that is I want to try to figure out how I can bring that back out. I'm going to have to use enhancements to do it. But before I do use enhancements, I'm going to create him a lineup where I think it should be. And he telling me about the last barber, what happened. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to try to fix it. Don't worry about it. So I want to bring it out some more towards the inside of his eyebrow. So look where I'm putting my trimmer, how far out I am from how far back it was, right? Now the line is imaginary, but that's what it's going to take for that hairline to grow back in some. Now he don't have the perfect hairline to begin with, and I'm sure he understands that, right? But my job is to try to preserve whatever's left, right? And while we have the trimmer on this side, we just want to go ahead and start working the beard. I know y'all don't see me do a lot of beard work, but a beard it's just like doing a lineup. So you want to, put your trimmer exactly where you want the beard to be, right? Just be careful in not trying to push the beard level down lower than where it should be, right? So most people who have beards like to keep it high like myself. Okay, so after we kind of got that done, what I want to do is use color, right? I want to use color. I want to use my cordless airbrush to help me achieve it. I want to put the card exactly where I put that imaginary line. You see that? You see how far back I am? So that is where I want to fill it in. I don't want a lot right there. I just want a little bit. Now, boom, you see that? It's not going to be with great, it's not going to fill in like hair fiber would, but it'll give the illusion of a line. It's kind of like, it's for an illusion, basically. It's giving the hair time to grow back. Color is just really going to stain the skin, but we want a light coat. And once we spray it on, we want to try to brush it in to make it look even more natural. The problem with color is when there's no hair for the color to catch on to, it creates a shiny look, so you have to be careful with that. So lastly, the thing that you would want to do is, okay, now we're going to start the lineup. Where do we do it? How far do we push it back? Do we push it back at all? Right? These are the things that you have to ask yourself. Me, I'm not gonna push it back. I'm just create more imaginary lines, right? And you see how crispy that line is? That's because I use the outliner detailing mist. The line is still crispy without hair being there. Do y'all see this? Right? You see this? Same thing, right? Look, I'm trying to preserve everything I can with this haircut, right? With this lineup. Um, this is what I meant by when I said, hey, if you give a person, if you specialize in something and give them something that they can't get somewhere else, you're gonna have a client forever. And that's what I'm doing right here. I cut his hair once before, months ago. He came back. He was like, he don't live here, so he was like, man, I came back so I could, get my stuff together, right? He's gonna always come to me whenever he come in town because he know exactly what he gonna get. He know I'm not gonna push it back. He know that I'm gonna have his haircut right? So this is how you create long-term customers, how you keep people in the chair, right? Okay, now once we got everything lined up a certain type of way, we got the beard done. I want to come back. I want to use hair fiber because, like I said, it creates a shiny look. So what we can do is put a little hair fiber on it in order to cover up the shininess. Now, on this side, we're doing the exact same thing. We're going to spray it in uh, with some more color right here, but I don't want to oversaturate that side, right? Because this side has the most work to do to grow back in. Nothing I can do about that side. That's why I said this might not be the most perfect haircut, but this is the necessary haircut to do. Sometimes it's not about, oh, okay, let's make it sharp, let's do this. It's no way for me to fix this. I can put as much hair fiber on this part right here on the right side as I want to. Like I'm about to use this hair fiber. It would take a lot of hair fiber to match it, number one. And number two, when you put so much hair fiber on it, it comes right off. Like the wind will blow and it'll come off his head, right? So I'm still trying to get him somewhat of a natural look if I can, using whatever is there. He just has to let the hair grow back a certain type of way if it's gonna grow back fully. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like I said, it's not just about making a super crispy, super sharp line. It's not about that. You want to do what's necessary. And this is a better look from this side. You see how we got this side? So now you can see it. You see I got it blended in on the hairline. It looked like a line. We made it into something, right? He should be happy with this more than when he first came in, right? If he give it like a good week and a half, next time if he came in, it'll look 10 times better, right? I'll have more to work with. His line will be a little fuller. I'm gonna make it pop all the way. So just remember when you're doing lineups, you have to do what's necessary. Do not try to overdo it, right? The drop fade came out nice. This is the haircut. I just wanted to make him look better than when he came in. But that's the end of the haircut. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on IG. Mr. Outliner is the same as my YouTube channel. And wait for the next banger, man. I got the next banger coming out for y'all. I'm gonna try to give y'all a better haircut. But I wanted to teach y'all something right here about lineups and how you approach them and how to do drop fade. This is just an overall educational video. It's not so much about the haircut. It's more me giving you my thought process on when I'm actually doing a haircut. But anyway, like I said again, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.